What's going on, Mongs? It's me, Sammy Mong, and today we're back on Crowfall, and the latest update has dropped, update 5.9, bringing with it a ton of changes and a few new game features and whatnot. So be sure to subscribe to the channel or check back if you are new. I'll be doing multiple videos on everything that's changed in this update, and of course a new campaign world has started as well, so I need to get grinding, trying to take over forts, trying to get involved in some siege action, and of course trying to get some PvP action on the channel as well. We've buffed up my character and progressed quite a lot within this past month, which I failed to do really for the whole year. So yeah, be sure to check back and enjoy the general gameplay that I do go through. But in today's video I just want to spend a couple of minutes checking out the faction temples. Of course every faction gets its own starting area, respawn area, faction, sort of just as its own temple hub, which of course every member of your faction will be able to come here. And beforehand none of it was textured, it was all just white with the word temp on it, because they haven't got around to actually texturing the temple yet. But now they've textured it, it looks stunning. It actually does look so good. I just want to spend a couple of minutes going through, having a look at everything that they've changed here in this starting area. We can see that you've got all of the walls textured with their stoniness, you've got the flags up, and we've got a few statues here. Now I don't know if the order and balance temples are different, but I'm pretty sure the chaos one is a little bit different in that it's destroyed. Don't take my word for that, but I'm pretty sure like in the order and balance temples all of this isn't like crumbled and whatnot. So there is a little bit of variety within the three factions. Moving on down into the main sort of a central square, it does just add to the immersion. Beforehand, it did just look really bland and bright in your face, but now they've textured it all up. It looks so good. I mean, just look at the stuff, like the quality of just the archway and the statues next to it. I don't know how to explain like the difference between how it was then and how it is now. But going down into the training area, or the training dummy area, it is a lot different on the chaos. I'm pretty sure all of this was like neat and just ordered, like in the order and balance faction temples. It didn't look so chaotic as it does on the chaos faction. I may actually have to spend 30 seconds just creating a new character and going to check out the other temples of the other factions. But you can see that the added textures in terms of like the greenery, like the vines on the walls and everything, really does make everything stand out and pop out. All of this just looked like one giant white canvas beforehand, and then you've got the ominous sort of a fog down there in the training area place. I don't know what to call it. There used to be boars there, so you could get some leather. But let's just take a look at the statues. Of course now we've still got some vines and some trees surrounding them, but now they've got a little bit of colour to them. I don't know if they were actually textured beforehand. I don't think the statues were, but the statues themselves just look insane. Like in terms of like a hub / city area, this is probably one of the more thematic that I've seen. Like, it's very, they haven't gone overboard with like neon colours and whatnot, trying to grab the attention of younger audiences. It is very just sort of a on point to its theme. Look at that giant sword, actually looks so cool. And then what's the last one? We've got some sort of like necromancer statue here with the spiders hanging from her hand. Well, I assume it's her, I don't know. Let's say him and her. But then in the distance there, we've actually got the portal area. We have got some destroyed walls here that allow you to go out into the open area of the temple, which they've also changed up. So be sure to stay tuned for the next 2 minutes. I will explain what they've changed outside of the temple area. But look, just look at the portals. Like, as you move, your field of view within the portal moves as well. Now, unfortunately, it is the same picture for every portal, but you can't really complain about it. It just looks so cool. Actually does look so cool with like the shimmering texture. It's like some sort of just vortex that you walk into, and then we've got these ones that are blocked off, and then I'm guessing when other areas, if you go into a different campaign world, they would activate. But yeah, let's go down into the market. The market's probably my favourite place so far, and that is actually contradictory to what I've just said, is that because the market's a little bit more coloured. You've not just got the greys and the greens of the trees, but you've got like the, I don't know what do you call it, like the sheets that are acting as ceilings and roofing, but it's nothing too crazy. It's nothing too vibrant and in your face and out of place compared to the rest of the temple. This looks so cool, the lighting and the fire braziers or whatever they're called, just in a line leading down to the bank. We've got the temple gate up there. Now, for sure, I know that the Chaos Temple is different now, because in the order or balance, I believe, this wall wasn't destroyed. You couldn't get out of the temple via the crafting section, and then the gate was completely shut as well. So it does seem that the Chaos Temple is sort of going along with the chaos theme, and it is a little bit more destroyed and run down. You can see the little doors hanging off there, and then of course we've got the crumbled wall. I will go over to the Order Temple in just a second, but yeah, look at the market. It just looks so much like sort of a, it grabs your attention. It's so much more colourful and vibrant, but not to the point of where it's just annoying and out of place, and it just does sort of fit the theme. Of course, the Chaos Temple is a bit run down, so we're not going to have like stone ceilings and whatnot, so they've used sheets and whatnot to act as some sort of ceiling, and it does just sort of look cool and nice. Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be any NPCs here. That is a bit weird. Usually there's a ton of NPCs. Guys, I'm quickly going to change over to the temple, to the Order Temple faction place, just so I can show you a bit of a comparison. But yeah, compared to what it was beforehand, just pure white with the words temp plastered everywhere, it looks so much better. It does add to the immersion. Because I've already selected Chaos as my duelist, well, my Guinea duelist's faction, I can't actually create another character and go onto another faction. Of course, you can. There can be a whole ton of gameplay problems if you're able to have a different character on different factions for the same campaign world. Luckily, I'm pretty sure, to my mind, to my knowledge, I've got some pre-recorded footage of the other faction temples. If so, I'm just going to enter it in now, and of course just do a pre-commentary on top of it. I didn't commentate it yesterday, I'm commentating it today, but you can see the difference. Like, the castle itself's not run down, there's no rubble everywhere. I'm pretty sure the wall in the crafting area is done up, so you can't actually get out that way. The only way out is the temple door. It is nice to see that they're sort of like thinking of like the different factions and whatnot though. Chaos being all run down and rumbled, and then Order, I believe it's Order or Balance, just being a little bit more done up and complete. But beforehand, if you're a subscriber of the channel, all that you would have outside of the temple is just like one giant forest wrapping around it. Like, it would wrap around the whole temple, and then within that forest you could find boars for leather, you could find birch wood, and you could find iron ore. So you've got the non-basic types of ore and just other materials to create an advanced weapon, rather than having to go out into a campaign or an adventure zone and not have any materials of sort. But now they've changed it, so you can not only get iron ore, you can get all the types of ore, and I'm pretty sure all the types of stone. I mean, I've just walked forward like 2 meters, and already we can see, rather than just having iron, they've got copper, they've got gold, they've got travertine, I believe, oh, slate, sorry, and then either travertine or marble. I'm not quite sure of the white stone, but they've also changed the layout of the outside temple area, and they've added in war tribes. So a good example here would be from the S, and following my mouse would be forest all the way around the temple, and then yeah, you would just find iron, birch, and a few rank 1 boars within those forests. But now you can see they've really switched up the landscape. It's not all forest, and they've actually added war tribes. I'm not quite sure why the war tribes are here, potentially to get some gold, like just like how you've got the early resources here, so you can get a bit of a resource stack going before you actually step out of the temple faction area into an adventure zone, where of course you're going to meet other faction members. Sorry, my throat was a bit dusty then, but yeah, and unless you can get the artifacts within the war tribes, I'm guessing the war tribes are only here to provide some form of gold income, so you can potentially have a little bit of gold when going into an adventure zone, take that gold from an eternal kingdom into an eternal kingdom or whatnot. But it's nice to see that they've added in the war tribes as well. I'm pretty sure they are low ranks, rank 3 to my knowledge. Let's just see what rank these are, and then I will be heading off. I just wanted to showcase the new textured temple area. It looks so good, it actually does. It is worthy of a few-minute video just showcasing what it's like and what they've changed. But yeah, guys, I've got a lot of grinding and catching up to do. I've got a lot to do with this character, so be sure to subscribe to the channel for some general gameplays of Crowfall. If you have not yet picked up the game, be sure to check it out. It is one hell of a game, actually is. And of course, be sure to check the descriptions down below for links to my game on Amazon and Redbubble stores, where you can get gamer gifts for all types and all ages. So thank you for the support, and I shall see you in the next video.